Now folks, we've had a lot of people ask us about hobbling. Okay, let me tell you how I teach a horse to hobble. And that's going to eliminate a whole lot of questions. A, I've got horses I can rope off of. B, I know how to rope. I don't take, and I start a colt and or any outside horse I take, I rope it. I rope them around the neck, the girth, the flank, the front feet, and the hind feet. They get roped every way they possibly can, and they're taught to give, to pressure. That's another reason why when I use my hands on a bridle, I've already got half my job done. I find out the braces in the horses while I'm roping them. When I get done roping them, first on horseback and then on foot, I put the hobbles on, for example. Okay, there's a lot involved here. I don't saddle a colt for the first time with hobbles on. I may unsaddle the colt, but the very first time I put hobbles on, it's like for about 20 seconds after I've roped a horse or a colt. And if they don't move to test it, I push on their withers and they push against the rope. 9 out of 10 of them put their foot back and stand real still. There's 2 schools of hobbling. One, you hobble your horse and it can graze while you're branding. And then of course, we all got to see them lope off like jackrabbits. But in the bridle horse world, you don't tie a bridle horse. Okay, so instead of taking the time to take the bridle off and get all prepared, you just hobble them and they learn to stand. Now, learn to stand. It takes me, for a horse that I raise, train, whatever, have around long enough, and I tell people when they go home, if it isn't with me that long, it takes about a year for a horse to figure out hobbling, especially a young horse. What it means is that when I put the hobbles on, my horse says it's off. It doesn't have to do anything. Nothing's expected of it. What it gets to do is roll the cricket, make lipstick, and relax. That's what you want. This takes a long time. So I'm not going to tell anybody how to teach a horse to hobble. There's a lot of different ways to do it, because if you can fit the criteria of what I do, then give me a call and we'll talk about it. But if you don't have the tools or the horses to set this up, you got to do it a different way. And I'm not going to show it today on a horse that's already broke to hobble. I'm not going to show it in a video, because what will happen is somebody will try it and it'll be counterproductive. Which reminds me, there's a lot of questions I get about spooking and shying and what do I do and what do I do about this. Well, there's a lot of questions that I can't answer, because it would be really wrong for me to answer it, because I need to know the situation, as in the rider and the horse. Shying, does that mean they raise their head, or does that mean they sell out and leave you hanging in the middle of the air? All right. If you're a novice person and you're worried about shying, one thing's for sure, you're scared. Okay, so you got to deal with your own fear level. I just told a lady the other day, just ride a broke horse and pony the one that shies from everything until it gets gentle. Well, so what you got to ask yourself, what can I do? What can I do about it? And when does fear become a habit? And I'm talking about the human and the horse. Thank you.